What's good, everyone? It's Kyle. Today I wanted to talk about how you cannot get rich from investing. And the people who do get rich from investing, it's a very rare sight to see. Okay? It's like Powerball rarity. Now, back in 8th grade, ninth grade, and even some of 10th grade, I thought that I would get rich from investing in, the stock market or into crypto. But really, it's extremely hard to turn something like 2,000 bucks into $1,000,000. It's extremely hard to do that. Really, what rich people do is they already have the money to invest, and so then making a 10% gain for the year, that's really good because they already put in something like 5 million or $1,000,000. So the 10%, it is significant. They still make 100K, they still make 500K. But for us, when we're in a situation where, we have less than $10,000, it's a smarter path to go by investing in ourselves, by investing in either our knowledge, by investing in our own business, by, something like that, in some sort of course, or by investing in something that can make us a larger amount of income. Because our income it needs to get to a certain height to where it would make sense to actually invest it into something that can get you a 10% gain. But right now, we should be trying to aim for something that is a little bit more risky, actually a lot more risky, but it can end up getting us to like a 10x standpoint, like 1,000% gain, right? So what do I mean by this? Now, I'm basically talking about, either investing in some sort of thing that can get you more knowledge, such as books, such as courses online. Keep in mind, you have to be very, very careful, right? Because there is a huge negative connotation with that, and understandably so, because so many courses online are awful, right? Don't subscribe to like those courses that you see on like the YouTube ads. Never, never do that. But I'm talking about, if you find someone who's really trustworthy, that because they give a lot of good free content, then maybe you could spend your money there. There's also websites like Skillshare, where, there's extremely valuable courses on there. Or some app like Shortform, which is a reading app, and it takes up all these like self-improvement books, all these books that are nonfiction that can really help you with finances, self-improvement, habit creation, stuff like that. And it condenses these books into extremely short summaries. Something like investing in that's actually really worth your money. Because honestly, if you are in your youth years, if you are in your, let's say, teens or 20s, even, low 30s, I could see it as, you are probably making the least amount of money that you will ever make. So don't hesitate to spend your money on things that can increase your income, right? It won't make sense to invest your money when you're making 20 bucks an hour, 30 bucks an hour, because you should be worrying about, okay, how do I make this $20 or this $30 an hour into something like $100 an hour? That's what you should be thinking about. And you're not going to ever get to that point by investing. That's never going to change your actual income, okay? Changing your actual income comes down to the knowledge that you have to build a business or to improve yourself or something like that. So an example that I could give you right now is I spent $75 on this dietitian guy on Fiverr, and I asked him, a bunch of tips on how I could improve my health on this certain diet that I wanted to start. And he gave me a good amount of information to the point where I could rapidly increase my health just by making the changes that he suggested. And this $75, it's better spent on something that could improve my health, my longevity, my energy levels, my overall physical performance, stuff like that. Because compared to just putting 75 bucks in the stock market and being really happy to make, an extra $5, it's way better spent on something like that. Something that could actually improve me right now. And then in the long run, that 75 bucks can end up making me healthier, making me more energized, and then as a result, I could work harder on a certain business or something like that, right? Another example is, again, spending that money on courses or spending that money on knowledge with books, because then you can turn this information into actionable steps to make a business. And then that brings me on to the second point, which is you should be spending your money on your own business, because your own business can scale 1,000%, and it's all in the dictation of how you work it to be. It's not in the hands of some CEO who is in the interest of, the shareholders and can't really make those huge exponential increases that are risky, right? It is in your hands. So that means that if you buy a lawnmower for $500 and then you hire other people to, use their lawnmower, and then you just take like a certain percent of what they make, you can make a lot more on your investment into that lawnmower and into these, hiring of the employees. And with something like YouTube, which is, what I'm doing, my money is way better spent on camera gear with like the mic, with better audio quality, with lighting, with, getting a good camera, stuff like that, because then I could end up making a lot with YouTube compared to just spending, let's say I've spent like $1,500 on YouTube stuff between, the gear and paying my editors and stuff. I could have probably, made 200 if I'm lucky in the stock market, but instead, I guarantee you that I will be making money from YouTube at some point. And it's not now, it's not necessarily even in the near future per se, but I would say that within a year, I should be making money, if not within 2 years, right? And I'm very patient with it. I understand what kind of thing I'm getting into with this. I understand that it's very hard. I understand that I need to be ramping up the quality of the videos. And I understand that because I educated on myself beforehand, right? So I'm spending my money on something that can actually make me a higher income. Then, once you have that established income that is a very high, comfortable amount, then you can start investing into stuff like crypto if you want to be risky, or into stocks just to maintain your money and make small increases. But in especially the economy that we're in now, it's very risky to do that. I would honestly just suggest spending the money on yourself, spending it on things that can build up your income, build up your health, build up your overall knowledge, because these things right now are so much more important to getting you to that next level, to that next stage. And then once you get that higher income, everything else that you can do, it makes you so much more flexible. You can experiment with new things, you can learn even more because you can surround yourself with others who know more, right? So spend your money on yourself, on the knowledge, on building your own business, and you are going to see way faster results. That being said, thank you for watching. I'm out. Be well, be blessed. Peace.